Hi everybody. Long time no see. I'm hoping to start my micro baby massage videos and baby and toddler sign videos very, very soon. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about nappies. So when I had my three children, we used disposable nappies. It was what you did. And the only people who really use cloth nappies, for want of a better way of putting it, were like hippie type people. And thankfully, things have changed a little bit since then. And I just want to talk a little bit about that. Now, I guess disposable nappies are easy. You can go to the shop, you buy them, you put them on, you put them in the bin, job's a good one. You don't have to do anything else with them. But consider this for a moment. So it's quite astounding to think that one nappy will take at least 2 generations before it's degraded when it goes to landfill. So the infographic I've just shown you, that basically says up to 500 years. The consensus is that it depends on the manufacturer, how it's made and all the rest of it. But at the very least, it's estimated that a disposable nappy takes 150 years to degrade. No one can deny that they're quick and easy and useful to have. No one can deny that, but stop and think about that for a moment. At least 150 years, that's at least 2 generations. So like I said before, I never used reusable nappies. In the same way that I never carried my babies in a sling. I am over the moon that things have changed since I had my children, because reusable nappies are great. Slings, well, I can't sing the praises of slings enough. Anyway, we're not talking about slings right now. So the first thing on the list was how much money you spend on disposable nappies over the lifetime of a nappy use. So we're talking about birth to potty, and obviously everybody's potty journey is different. So it's not a finite figure. So for some people will spend more. For some people, it might be really lucky and spend less. So yeah, it's interesting. And when I started selling reusable nappies, I wanted to make sure that they were available for all. You know, everybody had the opportunity to use reusable nappies if they wanted to, regardless of finances, really. It's like a lot of things. Reusable nappies are absolutely a minefield. And if you allow yourself, as I know some of the Tiaki family know, you can get sucked into all the designs. You can spend an absolute fortune. It's really cool, to be fair. But you don't have to. So, the next little video, just take a moment. I'm going to show you how much of a minefield it is. I'm then going to justify that. And like anything, that's just a handful of the brands that you can get. Prices for reusable nappies vary wildly. You can pick up reusable nappies for a couple of pound. You can pick up reusable nappies for 20 quid. Easy, any day of the week. Of course, you've got the likes of Vinted and specialist groups on Facebook and things like that you can buy second-hand ones. And to be quite honest with you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that in exactly the same way as you would go on Vinted for outfits and things like that. Liners is another thing. There are lots of different types of liners that you can get. Some will work better for one baby than another baby. Some will feel more comfortable for you than others. But the beauty of reusable nappies is that you can do a little bit of trial and error. So this next infographic, which is literally going to last a second, shows you basically the different types of liners that you can get. Don't be overwhelmed by the different types of liners that you can get. It's just what works best for you. And the only way you can figure that out is by trial and error, really. Fleece liners, however, are quite easy to make yourself. There are loads of tutorials on Google, and you can make multiple out of a fleece blanket. So you don't have to spend a fortune. And I guess that is exactly what this video is supposed to be all about. You can get starter bundles for say £400, which over the lifetime of nappy usage saves you about £800. But for some people, they just haven't got that, they haven't got that disposable income to start off with. Now, I got sucked into the, I like that design, I like that design, I like that design thing when I started Tiaki. What it means is now I'm in the position where Tiaki Pregnancy and Family Centre doesn't exist anymore. I am left with hundreds of nappies. Now, I started using, or buying, should I say, reusable nappies to make it affordable for everybody else. And I kind of want to follow that on now. My stock is stored in, basically my stock's stored in Mel's dad's house, because I have nowhere to store it. And I'm sure that he would like his house back, so he has got no nappies in it. So with that in mind, if you would really like to try reusable nappies, I just want someone to make use of them. They are absolutely no use whatsoever in a bag stored away in a spare bedroom. And I just want them to be used. They are unbranded. They haven't got the same type of, they're not close pop-ins. They are not tot spots. They are unbranded nappy wraps that have got pockets in them that you can put your liners in. So if you would like to try reusable nappies, I would like to offer you 10 reusable nappies with 20 liners for £10. There would be random designs, totally random designs. Like I say, the whole idea when I started to buy nappies was that it was accessible to all. I never stocked the high-end brands, and that is literally for accessibility reasons. If you would like to try and you would like to buy the 10 nappies and 20 liners for £10, pop me a message and we'll arrange to get them collected or delivered. The other option number 2, is that I donate on bulk to somewhere that they would be used. Unfortunately, I can't afford to pay that shipping. However, if everybody's willing to chip in to pay the shipping, then I can absolutely do that if that's what people would prefer to do. Likewise, I did have, some of you may not know this, but I did have a nappy bank. Now, sorry, not a nappy bank, a nappy library. I did have a nappy bank, but a nappy library. And that nappy library had all the brands that I've shown you on that little video and more. Lots of different liners with lots of different, whether the bamboo or whether the toweling or whether the fleece, lots of different liners and things like that. Now, I'm holding on to those at the moment with the possibility of restarting that nappy library. If that is something you're interested in, let me know. And I can always looking at starting that up in the future. Anyway, hope I've given you food for thought. We could talk all day about nappies. We could talk all day about the fit, because the fit is different to a disposable. We could talk all day about the different brands and the benefits and how people like certain brands for certain reasons. But we would be here all day. I'm sure we'll revisit this in the future. But I think 10-15 minutes of you listen to me whittling on is probably enough for anybody. Anyway, I will see you later. Bye.